Oh my god, that was so incredible. Oh man, I'm saying it now. I did it last season too. I'm doing it this season as well. Everyone can shout at me if they want to, but I got it right with Ray Zero. I'm going to say it again this time. Tales of Zestiria the Cross is anime of the season, because Jesus Christ, it was everything I wanted and more. It wasn't at all what I expected. I mean, this isn't even technically episode 1. They titled it episode 0, because that's what it is. It's a prequel. This is before the game even happened. None of this happened in the game. And I'm pretty sure it literally is changing the storyline of the game, because Alisha didn't seem like she'd gone through that kind of shit in the game. Holy crap. So, first things first. Animation. It's by Ufotable. You know it's fan-fucking-tastic. It looked gorgeous at all times. Even when they're just, like, showing off a town. They'll fly over a town and show you some of the architecture. It looks fantastic. It's right out of the game. When they showed Lady Lake, oh man, it's spot on. Capital of Hyland, the big water wheel turning. It had the music from the game for that point, and that's another thing that I really love. The music in this has been amazing so far. You can hear some of the tracks from the game, but they're being remixed and used really well. And they're also bringing some new music into it that just has the same kind of feeling. Really, really, really excited about this. I mean, as you could tell, because, oh god, that artwork just amazed me. I mean, they've tried to work around the character designs. The character designs in Tales of games are always kind of insane. They've even got 3D models for them, but Ufotable are having trouble. Like, when they rotated around Alicia's face at one point, it was like her hair got so weird looking, because she's got such a weird looking hairstyle to begin with. Oh man, that was fantastic. And they've just shown us little bits and pieces of what's going on in this world. It's such a unique story. It's so different from the actual Tales of Zestiria game. And I love this, because I really did like Alisha. She got kind of screwed over in the game. She was barely in it. But in this one, they've clearly shown they're going to make her a main character. She's so important in the opening. And this first episode was just all her. It was introducing her as the princess, but also the knight, who cares for the people, who cares about the legends of the shepherd, and oh man, it's so damn great. Like, she's so against the idea of the sword festival being used just to recruit more soldiers. She wants that to be a proper holy day and not to mess around with it. And we're starting to see the corruption already inside the castle. Oh man, so much is being set up. So I'm going to jump into the actual story parts of this, because so much of this is new for me as well. So it's going to be a fun time going through it. Okay, so that episode was fantastic. I was not expecting a prequel to Tales of Zestiria. Man. And it's just been confirmed that the first 2 episodes are both going to be like this. They're both going to be focused on Alisha. We're not even going to see Saray and Mikleo, the main 2 characters, until episode 3. That is insane to me, and I kind of love it. I love the balls that they have with this one, man. They're doing risks. They're going for it. So instead of Saray, we've been introduced to Alisha. She's the Princess of Hyland, living in Lady Lake. She's a princess, but she's also a knight. She cares about her people. She's very spiritual. She's very wholesome. And she's super innocent. I mean, we've seen a little bit of how she's treated at home as well. The people who actually run the country do not give a shit about her. They see her as a nuisance. They just want her out of the way. And so she goes and she leads her knights and she does her own thing. We get to see her traveling the land. On the way, she gets attacked by assassins, which is really cool. They become really important later. I mean, we see Lunar as a human. That guy who turns into a Hellion, a Kyoma, halfway through. And that's what they're called. They're called Hellions or Kyoma. Demon kind of form. He turns all fox-facey. We never saw that in the game. As soon as we met him in the game, he was already a demon face. So that just blew my mind. And then we get a little glimpse of Rose and a little part of what will probably become Alicia's story. Because Alisha is told by Rose, you should have killed him, why didn't you kill him, you left the opening. And that's something to do with Alisha. She's not quite ready to kill people. She'll gladly disarm people, she'll fight to save herself, she'll fight to defend others, but she will do her best not to actually murder anyone. And that's going to become a very important part later on, I would think. Then we get to more stuff that is just completely new and completely blew my mind. I mean, they meet up with Krem. And Krem has been helping this professor study this area where all the miasma's gathering. It started off just as dark clouds and then it turned into a swirling tornado or vortex of black miasma that just destroyed everything. That scene was a straight 10 out of 10. I loved it. The music was intense, everything was full action, and it kind of felt a bit like the prequel to Attack on Titan when we saw Levi's story. Like, Alisha is this badass leading all these knights, she does her best, but everyone fucking dies. And she just sits there in her despair, unable to really do anything. It's incredible. And while that is all going on, the professor's underground studying what I can only assume is the life force of the planet or the mana. And he walks around, he discovers that when he pulls it out of the pool, it instantly gets corrupted. And then he finds the dragon. That was incredible. The lighting was so good at that point. Like, you just saw rocks, and then they all looked a bit unnatural. And then you were like, what's that big circle? That's a fucking eye. And then that eye opens, it's the dragon. Oh, that was so sick. That blew my mind. Again, dragons. Not actually that often in Zestiria did they show up. So this one appearing right on the first episode, flying out of there, full of flames, was just incredible. 10 out of 10 moment. Everything from then on was just pure Alisha suffering, man. I mean, she got back to the town, she found it destroyed. She saw the final one of her knights had been destroyed as well. And then they get that moment of just slight happiness. The little girl from the farm from earlier on comes running towards her, and she smiles so much. And then the vortex appears again and swallows the little girl up. Oh my god! It just completely crushes Alisha's spirit. It's so messed up, but so incredible. So this episode, just a straight 10 out of 10. It kind of needed to set more up, because right now there's so much that's just hinted at. I mean, that point when Simone showed up. Simone being the dark-haired little twin-tail girl who appeared while Alisha was trying to ride away. Oh man, they hinted so much there. Because, I mean, they charge straight through Simone. They don't notice her at all. They just keep going. And Simone clearly has some sort of beef with Alisha, starts bringing up all the fire around her. That was sick. The fight with Lunar. The visual effects Ufotable use are just incredible. All of the fire produces like real light on the characters. It looks so damn good. I can't wait for Saray to show up with like his glowy spiritual weapon and Mikleo with his water magic, but goddamn, that fight was a straight 10 out of 10. It hinted at what's to come. I mean, we haven't quite got used to the idea of the Seraph yet. They've kind of slightly mentioned the Legend of the Shepherd, but nothing 100% concrete yet. They've just started this age of chaos. This point when corruption is going to take over the land, and Alisha now knows she has to do something about this. But she has no idea what she's got to be doing yet. I mean, right now she's just pretty distraught, laying on the ground. Probably going to have to go back home to Lake and talk to Moltran and try to talk to the people that actually run the country. I very much doubt they'll listen. So this is going to be incredible. Straight up, 10 out of 10 for me. I loved this episode. It's introduced so little, but done so well with just the graphics, the music, drawing you into the characters in the world. So yeah, I love it. Long as they actually take the time to introduce the storyline properly as things go on, it'll be great. I mean, Rewrite had a double episode special, and I understand a lot less of that than I do of this, so that's one thing. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Anime of the season for me. I could feel it. As long as they don't fuck it up somehow with the storyline, it's going to be incredible, and it's all new to everyone. So yeah, definitely let me know your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this review, then wreck that like button like you mean it. Subscribe if you haven't already to see more reviews from me, and I will see you guys next time.